Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle and I finished my melee character. I adapted it for the build loadouts and it's a special take onto a melee loadouts because we have full health build loadout and we have low health build loadout. Then that's an unusual combination, but I had a lot of fun with it. I tested it for a full day and I really like it and I'm ready to share it with you. Then as usually, let's start with the perks. And we have as well two loadouts. First will be Thorn and Bleed, and that's a full health. And second one will be a daily driver. And let's jump into the first one. And maybe what I forgot to show last time, and it was causing a little bit of a confusion. That's a base distribution of special points that's in here. And now let's dive deeper. Legendary perks, as those will be universal for both loadouts, as you cannot swap them. They're not 100% finished yet. I really like Hack and Slash. After latest update fixed those issues with melee hit not registering. Now it's actually finally useful. And my max out upgrade is not totally wasted. Then I enjoy this part. I didn't finish upgrading my Endurance legendary perk and Strength legendary perk, and taking one for the team still need one more star. Then it's not fully maxed out, but link build loadouts for you guys in the video description will be with maxed out legendary perks, and as usually one without any legendary perks, just a round level 50 build planner. And of course, we don't need to explain any of those perks. Those are quite obvious. It's just what I have in this loadout. I didn't took any poison resistance as I have it on my armor. And now about perks themselves, and that's a first loadout with a Thorn armor set and focusing on bleed damage. I will show you the gear in a second, but let's go over the perks. We have those Slugger perks for damage. We have Blocker perk for defense, Incisor for more damage. All the Slugger perks in this case upgraded. No Chemfend because we'll be using Backpack to reduce weight of chems. Then under Perception, Butcher's Bounty and Concentrated Fire. Concentrated Fire is needed if you want to cripple enemies with our shotgun. And in the future I plan to add 2 additional points to have Butcher's Bounty max out or use Concentrated Fire max out. And we have 15 endurance, as this full health build is a true tank. You are basically immortal with this build. There is like no way something will put you down. And we have Life Giver, Ironclad, Chemfend and Fireproof. Chemfend is really useful and we'll be using this build a lot for bosses. Surprisingly, yes, full health build is against Scorchbeast Queen and Mr. Earl. Under Charisma we have Party Girl, Strength in Numbers and Tenderizer. I think when I will upgrade all my legendary special cards even more, I will probably add Suppressor as well to be able to share rank 3 cards as well as be a more supportive melee guy on a team. Under Intelligence, as we have legendary intelligence, then 6 is the minimum. There is really nothing that you need to have in here. I toss in First Aid and Pharmacist, as this combo actually allows you to stay for quite a while inside Nuke Zone, as any rat away will basically heal your entire health bar from rats, and you have a lot of health with this build, then yeah, you can actually run into the Nuke Zone. You just pop in Rat Shield on Radex Diluted, and you are good to go if you have some supply of radaways on you. Other than that, you of course can use Makeshift Warrior if you don't want to fix stuff very often. Under Agility we have Fruhaika. That's really important on melee build, as we'll need to carry a lot of cooked meat, as this will boost us tremendously. Then we have Enforcer to force Scorchbeast Queen to land. This is very useful, or just regular Scorchbeast Queen to land. We have one shotgun on this loadout to help out. Then we have Evasive for extra resistance. Born Survival is not really necessary. Like, if you want to, you can swap it for Escape Artist and toss in Sneak instead of Evasive, and you will be a sneaky melee build. And last one, max out Adrenaline for even more damage. As this is a full health build, then we can use more damage, and there is really nothing super important that you can use in here. Other option because adrenaline max out is really not necessary. If you don't have enough repair kits, just use White Knight. That will increase durability of your armor greatly, and you can just toss rank 1 adrenaline, escape artist, and White Knight into agility. And then under luck, we have only 11 here using Bloody Mess, Class Freak, Star Genes, good with Salt. Then all the essential perks for this build. Bloody Mess is not essential, but it's nice addition. And there is a reason why we have so many damage increasing perks. Like usually I do not max them out, but we are using very special weapon. Let me show you. As our main weapon here is my Boost Blade, and this is special weapon because it's not like any other weapon. It basically do not scale like with melee damage improvements that you can have. A lot of melee perks is not effective, but slugger perks are, Bloody Mess will work, Adrenaline will work, the overall damage boosters will work, Strength will not work though, but apart from that, if you have all that I have in this build, this weapon is deadly. And in combination with Thorn Armor Set, as you can see I have here Thorn Armor Set, it's not even important what kind of pieces you will have, as I have mix of Troubleshooter, Vanguard Sentinel, Zealot Sentinel, and just Zealot with random stuff is not even good one. Then it's rather easy to get, as it's not high requirement. You just want a Thorn Armor Set regardless of what kind of rolls you will get on it. It's nice though if you will get at least one piece of armor with poison resistance. And backpack, of course, it's a backpack with a chemist mode to reduce weight of chems. And it looks sweet. For under armor we are using Shielded Secret Service, as this is like the best for any melee build. It doesn't offer any intelligence for faster experience, but yeah, there is so many other benefits that I go for it, regardless on every melee build. And as I was talking about Scourge Beast, we are equipped with a combat shotgun that is a quad, and important thing, more important than the fact that it's a quad, is 25% less VATS action point cost, because after you apply all those mods like in here, it's very cheap to use in VATS, and therefore you can keep shooting until you cripple the wing, and that's the goal in here. That's the main goal for this weapon. It's not about its damage, it's about its ability to cripple a wing. And now the second loadout. The special distribution of base points is as follows. You can take a look in here. And now the perks. Here situation is a little bit different because I need a loadout that will give me experience. Therefore, as with my previous builds, Daily Driver will be focused on everyday tasks and farming experience for the scoreboard and upgrading legendary perks and everything you need experience for. And as we are using an armed weapon in here, then loadout will be different. We have Blocker, Incisor, Barbarian for defense, Iron Fist, and Martial Artist. Then Martial Artist was not used in previous build because it's just not working with the weapon that we have in there. Then it wasn't there, but it's working perfectly fine with unarmed weapons. Under Perception, I will toss in whatever I need, but I have only one Perception at this moment. I will upgrade it when I will have more points. Then Endurance, a little bit less in here, but still very tanky. We have Life Giver, Chemfend, Fireproof, and Radical, as this one is a blooded build, blooded loadout. Then Radical is very handy with a melee build. It's more damage and more carry weight in one. Then under Charisma we have Strength in Numbers and Inspirational, and that's about it. We don't need anything else for our everyday loadout. Under Intelligence we basically toss in whatever was possible because we have 15 to our disposal to increase our experience gain. Then we have First Aid, Nerd Rage, Makeshift Warrior, Armorer, and Scrapper. Like, those last two do nothing for you on daily basis, but yeah, I don't like to have any empty points. Under Agility this time we have Fruhaika, Evasive, Escape Artist, Adrenaline. Escape Artist, I'm just swapping with Born Survival, whatever I need more in the moment. Escape Artist is fun though because as a blooded build you have so much agility that you can utilize stealth if you really want to. And under luck we have a little bit more, one more luck than previous loadout, but similar stuff. Class Freak, Star Genes, good with Salt, And here, not a Bloody Mess but Serendipity, as Bloody Mess will not benefit your unarmed build too much at all. It's barely any difference. Then Serendipity is way better in here, and Curator for your sweet leader bubblehead and magazines that will help you out to last for longer. And about the gear that we are using with this build, we are using Vampire Mole Miner Gauntlet with faster swing speed, and actually you can run almost any unarmed weapon with faster swing speed with this build, but I really like how this one looks like, that's why I choose it, basically for the look. And important thing is swing speed. And Vampire, I noticed from my experience, like on everyday basis, is like the best one. You can go for anti-armor, or you can try to go for bloodied or whatever else, but benefit of Vampire still seems to be better for me, as damage increasing prefixes on an armed build do not do much. And about the armor set, we'll be just using full set of Secret Service with Unyielding, and in my case those are mostly 1-star pieces. That not even good, but the fact it's a Secret Service Unyielding, that's all you really need. And nothing changes under the apparel. And quick demonstration now. First we are starting with the full health build, and we'll try this Behemoth, and yes, you can actually sneak, because it's a Thorn armor set, then you are quite sneaky. And the main benefits of sneaking on your enemies is that they will not stagger you, as otherwise they will keep kicking you, pushing you around and staggering. As you can see now, he noticed as I accidentally stepped up after getting into too deep water. Like, you cannot sneak underwater for whatever reason, then we need to get him in here. As you can see, he lost quite a bit of health after I stopped hitting him because of the bleed from the Thorn armor set. In the same time, you can see how tanky I am. Like, he's getting crazy and he cannot do anything. I intentionally do not attack him for like a second. And look how fast I will be able to heal back up. You see, I start attacking him and healing is so crazy that I'm back up after like a moment of using the blade on him. And even when I'm not attacking him, you can see he's taking damage. On the adventure server, it's quite laggy, therefore the damage taken from bleed is updating like every couple seconds. That's why he just suddenly died after I stopped attacking him, when he registered the bleed damage. The bleed damage is incredibly helpful on Scorchbeast Queen and Colossus because they have very high damage mitigation, and bleed damage is the only type of damage that bypass every damage mitigation that enemies in this game can have. It's basically a true damage, a lot of true damage that's stuck. And now let's see if we can find some enemies to demonstrate a daily driver build. And yeah, we have one super mutant. Maybe there will be more. There is a hound. You can see the nice explosion from the perk, and yeah, it's doing the job. The daily driver build is doing the job, will help you out no matter what you need to do. And this explosion is actually quite powerful. If there will be a bunch of enemies, they will all die from this explosion. Like, this is the only exploding perk that actually do a lot of damage because it's scale based on your weapon damage. Then that's a huge difference compared to other explosive perks. That's the only one with high chance, and that is doing a lot of damage. Then, as you can see, I don't think if you need more demonstration, it is working. It is working great. Like, super mutants are like 2 hits and they still cannot do much damage to you. Like, let me try to provoke them. You can see that they are shooting, but look at your tankiness. Even though it's a bloodied build, you will not have any problems, you will not die. And this little bit of healing that you have from using this weapon, it's usually enough to top up your health, then you don't even need to rely on board survival. But you can, if you are afraid that you can like die too often, then yeah, born survival is fine. I'm using it whenever I feel like it can be needed. There's one more guy. Let me get him. Oh, he's actually fighting a ghoul. What's going on here? Oh, I only get the ghoul. That's fine. Then here you go, guys. Those are both loadouts for my melee build. Full health with Thorn armor set and low health with Secret Service armor set. The weapons and how those builds work in practice. If you want to see how the Thorn armor set works versus Earl, the Colossus, then I have a video on my channel as well when I actually killed him solo, basically thanks to bleed damage. I bleed him to death, then it is possible, you can check it out. And now as always, thank you a lot for watching, and see you guys in the next one.